All right, I wanted to shoot a video of DVD pickups I found at my pawn shop. 25 cents a piece. I'll just go through them relatively quickly. I got Transporter and Transporter 2, which I don't remember if what of these I like the best. I think there are 3 of them, but I think they all are pretty decent. A collector's collection. I mainly got this for It. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. 4 of the Resident Evil movies. I think there might be 5. I could be wrong. Could be even more than that. But the only one I remember last watching was this one. I don't remember what these 2 were about. I've lost track. 3 of the Underworld movies. I think I've only ever watched the first one. And then this was also right beside it when I picked it up. Underworld Awakening. Dawn of the Dead. This one I liked a lot, and I was actually surprised it was just sitting there, especially for a quarter. Was Captain America the Winter Soldier. I'm not really keeping up with these Marvel movies, but I remember I did watch this one. I thought this one was pretty good. When it's just him, just kind of focusing on him as a character. Movie called Heat. I've never seen this before, but I've heard really, really, really good things. I think there's some good scenes in the movie with like some shootouts and stuff. I didn't realize this is kind of broken, but a movie called Rundown with The Rock. This was like one of the very first movies he did, besides Scorpion King, if you can count that, which I don't know if he wants to count that one. Never saw this movie. Just kind of, it fits into the realm of what I've been trying to look for and collect. These just macho movies. The Expendables should be fun to watch, even though I've never seen it before. It should be fine. I know they've made tons of them. I wanted to. I'm pretty sure in my app that I keep track of my movies. I don't think I had this, but for 25 cents, this was one that I was. I think I was like looking for like a 4th movie, and I picked this one up. Not saying it's bad. I've watched it plenty of times. I always liked Boys in the Hood better than Friday. I remember watching this one time, and it was kind of crazy of a movie, but it's called Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen. When he was making a pretty decent amount of movies at that point when he got that role. 16 Candles. I always liked this movie just for a lot of the characters in the movie, especially the Asian guy. Probably not going to see him on the back. I think his name was Long Duck Dong. If you've ever seen 16 Candles and you know him, that's like one of the cool parts of the movie. Plus, I think Anthony, what's his last name? Anthony Michael Hall. He also was pretty good in that movie too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was surprised to see that for a quarter. I'm kind of wishing I could find this like as a compilation of those. That way I don't have to have a bunch of them. Pulp Fiction. It's interesting because like when I found this, like the next time I went to this pawn shop, they had like a really nice like special collector's edition version, and then it's like I just got like a bare bones version of it. So if it's still sitting in there, I almost kind of want to just get it because it's a quarter. Dreamcatcher. This is Stephen King. I forgot that Morgan Freeman was in this, but I think this is Stephen King. Yeah, based on the book by Stephen King. I remember this pretty well. Donnie Wahlberg is in there too. Will Smith movie called Ali, about Muhammad Ali. I never saw this before. I know that he never really gets talked about, but I didn't realize it was nominated for 2 Academy Awards. He didn't get it, but he was nominated for it. Really pumped to have gotten this. I was really looking for Red Dawn for a long time. I still haven't watched this. I never saw Navy SEALs, so I'll have to maybe check that out too. I know that Michael Biehn was a 80s actor that was in a lot of really good movies like Aliens, and also he was in the original Terminator. Forrest Gump. I don't really understand why it's in such a huge case. I don't really understand what else is in there besides the disc. Better not keep stacking them up, they're gonna fall. Space Jam, man, it's been like 20 years since I've seen this. But definitely one I actually might show my son. He's 2.5. He might actually sit there and watch that. It was cool to see this. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I know like the last 2 he made were actually they reviewed really well. I just haven't had a chance to watch them, so I was surprised to see that. I'm always surprised to see like movies that are like not that old, because it tends to be movies like this, which I don't mind. I was looking for this too. This is an awesome action movie. The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage and Ed Harris. I always thought this movie was really awesome when it was made back in the 90s. I was really surprised I didn't have this in my collection when I looked through my movie app. I supposedly don't have it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I made a mistake and I do have it. But Fast and the Furious, I'm definitely not going to get in the collecting of all of these. I just like the first one. I like the first one, and I always kind of liked Tokyo Drift. I thought that one was kind of cool too. But once they started making like, I don't even know what number they're up to, like 7 or 8 or even more, I didn't keep up with them. And then last but not least, one that was always one of my dad's favorite movies growing up, and he's just kind of got me interested in a lot of Western movies, and he always tends to send me text messages that are lines from this movie is The Outlaw Josie Wales, and especially like the scenes with the carpetbagger and Mississippi boat ride and spitting on the carpetbagger. There's such a good classic movie. But I'm still trying to find more Clint Eastwood movies. It's easier to find his movies, I think, than a lot of the older John Wayne movies for some reason. I see John Wayne movies, but like they're big collections, and I don't mind that, but they're usually the ones I don't want to watch. There's certain John Wayne movies I'd like to get, but they just haven't found them yet, and I'm not really wild about spending $10 or $15 for an older movie. I'll if I find them for like a quarter or 50 cents, I'll buy them. But anyway, let me know what you think. That way I can finally scan these and put them away. I've been storing them in Rubbermaid containers. Like, I think I got, that's one I've been working on now. I have one full container, and then that one's just barely started. So they hold a surprising amount of movies. But a lot of like Western or war type movies I keep at my job, which I'm a history teacher, so I tend to keep them in where I work at. And then anything that I actually probably could take Forrest Gump, that's a good one to keep in there too. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you're watching DVDs or collecting, let me know what you're looking for, or if there's anything that I picked up here that you liked. Feel free to let me know. Catch you later.